If you are a business owner, especially in the services industry, this video is going to be your lifesaver. I know that it's a time of the year when we feel that we need to go back on the saddle after taking probably a break during your well-deserved vacations that you have taken during the summertime. Now that kids are going back to school and we're kind of like used to have this rhythm, because I believe that the combination of the heat in the summer, the activities that we can have, and probably the plans that we make since the beginning of the year, summer is typically a time to kind of like reset. Now, how do we condition our brains to go back, and how do we reorganize everything that now we want to do? Because as you know, in a blink of an eye, then December is going to come, and you know that this year is just gone, right? So I call this method the back to basics method. And I'm finding myself using this back to basic method to organize all of the multiple ideas that we have here in our agency and just pick one. So if you have been my student, then this is going to be a reminder for you. Remember the one campaign approach? I always just say you're one campaign away from your amazing success, okay? So back in the days, I actually created the Planning My Greatness Planner. And this planner is crafted with the mind of, that solopreneur, entrepreneur, small business owner who is very intentional about how do you want to grow your business. You probably realize that time is not going to come back and you need to save time. And because of that, you want to be very precise in the activities that you do to grow your business, okay? And it doesn't matter if you want to go from $0 to $100,000, okay? Or if you want to go from the $100,000 to $1 million, or from $1 million to $3 million. Those growing stages are going to require a very precise plan of action, and will need action, okay? Probably the first stage needs a lot of action, and because you don't have the experience, it feels overwhelming. But don't believe that because you grow and you have more revenue, the pain is going to go away. The pain actually morphs into a different shape, okay? And no matter what, I can tell you, from growing businesses in all stages and owning one, right now in our agency, we are in that second or third tier of growth, okay? We're growing the team, we're growing our capacity, and we want to do that. And the way that we're going to do that is not by adding more things. It's actually by going in depth and more focused and more granular. And guess what? We're using the one thing, the one campaign approach. And as I'm doing this, I want to share with you this exercise because I think it's going to give you tremendous value. Again, no matter where you are in your growth pathway, right? Maybe you're just starting, or you just want to go from, step 2 to step 3. This is going to help you tremendously. So this planner has basically the sheet. This is where we start the month, okay? So the month, you're gonna be starting by just really setting up the intention when you're sitting down as the CEO and the visionary and the manifestor that you are, to really advocate for the best month that your business can have, right? So first question is, this month I am focusing in completing the following projects. Notice how it says projects, just max put there like 3, right? I was just realizing that I told my team that we wanted to rebrand in a month, and I said, no, it's not rebranding. I don't need a new brand. I just need a one campaign, right? So just really try to be very mindful in the kind of goals that you set up, because you might be setting yourself up for failure. So do those micro goals because you want to make sure that you achieve them. Then following on that answer that you give to question number 1, then to complete the following projects, I need the following resources. So let's say that if you want to have one new campaign, one new offer, well, what do you need? You're gonna need a website or a landing page or something that is going to allow people to know about it, right? So what do you need? You're going to need the copy for that page. You're going to need the writer, the editor, the graphic designer. You probably want to make a video. Like, write down there everything that you will need, okay? Then the third question, my key activities to get my brand and my business visible. Notice that the key word here is the key activities. Not everything that you see on the internet is going to be applicable for your growth phase. Remember, you're just in that growth precision phase where you cannot just say yes to just every single invite that you get. So what are going to be the key activities, and try to be very granular. Note here, for those of you who attend to networking events, make sure that you are going to be fishing where fish are. This is go time. This is not time to socialize. This is not time to try new circles. This is your time to really elevate your pitch and really go in. And probably you want to start by asking who want to be your model, who want to be part of your new portfolio that you're building. By the way, we're actually building a new portfolio, and this time I'm going to be making a bold statement, and I want to start in the industry that long time ago gave me a lot, and I want to give back to that industry. And it is the construction industry. So if you are in the construction, reno, flipping, even real estate, if you are in that industry and you need marketing, we need to talk, because I am building new packages and I am looking for models on that. So because of that, you're going to take a moment. The next question is, you are going to be strategic about what you have, what you need, how much money do you need in order to inject to your business, and you're going to write this down, okay? Part of the things that need to happen for you to get what you want is to get very clear in what you want, okay? Then, my target audience loves to receive nothing but the best content. Here are my content ideas for this month. And when I learned content marketing, I learned from the best, okay? Her name is Julie McCoy, and I will always say this no matter what, okay? And one thing that she told me was, delegate to your team the informational how-tos and very, very easy pieces to write, and then let them to do ghostwriting for you. But then you're going to be working in one craft that is going to be the perfect craft. Maybe that's your ebook. Maybe that's something that you really put all your effort into, that one piece. That is going to be your one thing that you're going to be working for the month. Maybe it's a workshop, maybe a webinar, maybe an ebook, maybe a freebie that comes from your authority as the expert. Now, if you are in construction, you don't really have to provide a lot of, expert level. Probably what you want to do if you are in construction, you want to dedicate this month to collect new testimonials, or make new videos with before and after, or really focusing on interviewing expert leaders, or finding something that your audience can save money, right? So this is something that will vary depending on your industry, but the bottom line here is that you need to commit to create nothing but the best content. I don't want you to think about social media. I want you to think about content that will be distributed in the different channels that you will be building. And based on that, you are going to create your mindful things that you're going to do on a daily basis when you're just going to be online doing something. Maybe Mondays, you're going to dedicate that time to meet new people online. Maybe Tuesday is when you're going to be inspiring and connecting with other business owners or other networkers. Maybe Wednesday is when you're going to go to new networking events. Maybe Thursdays are going to be for you to sit down and film videos. Maybe Friday is the day when you're going to be just taking the day off. When you assign something that is it's just like consistent on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, you get into a rhythm. And my friends, when you get into that rhythm, this is where growth happens. And it's going to happen not because it's magical. It's going to happen because you're going to be consistently aligning what you want with what you do and with what you get. And you're going to be refining that by getting into a rhythm. Now, lastly, this planner, which is what I'm going to be using now, has the formula to craft and to plan your best content. And when I was teaching this, I always will say, it doesn't matter which channels do you share the content is what matters. And now with AI, you have no excuse to actually produce content. In fact, the tool that we're using can provide you the equivalent of 10 writers for the price of one. It's just crazy. It's just crazy the opportunity that we have. Hence the reason why I just realized we need to be very, very focused and just do the one thing and use what works, because you probably can repeat this with me. You don't change what works, right? Questions, comments, let me know, and let's chat soon.